Hi, this is Kevin from the JoyfulTomato.com blog. Today we're going to talk about tomatoes splitting. Most of us have seen cracks in a tomato like this, and a lot of times they reveal the inner meat of the tomato. This is often found in plump, mature tomatoes, but if picked right away, cracked tomatoes can definitely still be edible. Unfortunately, the exposed tomato flesh seems to be an invitation to all kinds of creatures, insects, and bugs that hop on board to eat some of the tomato. The longer it stays on the vine, the more prone it is to attract fungus and bacteria. Just like if you were to have an open wound on your body, you'd experience the same problems. Due to the way they look, most people just take these cracked tomatoes and throw them out. So what can you do to avoid tomato cracking? Before this common tomato issue can be resolved, another query must be addressed. What do the cracks in the tomatoes actually mean? The depth of the splits found on mature tomatoes vary from fruit to fruit. If a tomato begins to crack while it's green, as it grows, the split will get deeper and deeper. There are two different kinds of cracking that generally occur in mature tomatoes, concentric and radial. While concentric cracks split in a pattern around the stem scar, radial cracks split from the stem to the blossom end of the fruit. One good way to understand why tomatoes split in varying degrees is to compare cracks to stretch marks. When people gain weight or muscle mass quickly, the human body may stretch in order to keep excess fat completely covering the skin. Some tomatoes grow so quickly that the epidermis and cells simply do not have the ability to stretch over the new growth. Instead of forming stretch marks like humans, tomatoes simply split. While all gardeners want their tomatoes to grow, we don't want them to grow too fast. So what makes tomatoes grow too fast? Sometimes you can stress tomatoes out with irregular watering techniques. Cracks also often occur when tomatoes go through a period of long dryness, and then you try to make it up by overwatering them. The dry spell followed by the excessive moisture can cause the inner flesh of the tomato to grow much faster than the outer edge can stretch. Have you kept a balanced watering and still seen cracking occur? Keep in mind that variables such as temperature fluctuation and excessive sun exposure can also cause cracks. Preventative measures are always best to keep your tomatoes from cracking. Try setting up consistent watering schedule. Don't wait for the soil to become completely dry before you water. If you're going out of town, you could get a tomato sitter to pop by, or you could set a timer on your sprinkler system. Also, make sure your watering program doesn't cause excessive moisture. Excessive moisture leads to tomato flesh that can outgrow its own skin. Mulching and good soil fertilization can also help prevent cracking. One extra tip: if you've already taken the time to research which tomato is best for your area, then a little more digging can help you determine which of those varieties are naturally resistant to cracks. The bugs who love cracked tomatoes may be disappointed in the results of your efforts, but you're sure to enjoy a tasty, smooth tomato from your garden. That's it for our tip for today. Be sure to visit thejoyfultomato.com for everything about growing tomatoes.